الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الناصح الأمين اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين ثم أما بعد يا عباد الله الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام والسنة. All praise and thanks belong to Allah for guiding us to Islam and for guiding us to the Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in His noble book, and I really want each and every one of us to pay very close attention. Istami'u bithnillahi ta'ala. Attentively listen, inshallah ta'ala. Allah ta'ala, He says, Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every soul will taste death. Every soul will taste death. Allah Ta'ala, He says, وَإِنَّمَا تُوَفَّوْنَ أُجُورَكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. And that verily, on the day of resurrection, only on the day of resurrection, shall you be paid your wages in full. So each and every one of us, we will get paid in full. But that will be on the day of judgment. And that will be in accordance to what we put forth. So if we put forth good deeds, then we're looking for a good payday. But if we put forth evil, transgression, disbelief, and the like, then it's going to be very bad for us. And that is putting it extremely lightly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ. So whoever is saved and removed away from the fire, whoever is saved and moved away from the fire, وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ, and entered into the Jannah. So whoever escapes the fire and they enter into the Jannah, فَقَدْ فَازَ. This is the one who is successful. This is the one who has made it. This is the one who will reap the good reward and have a good payday. The one who escapes the fire and they enter into the Jannah. I want us to reflect on this verse because each and every one of us, this is their reality. There's going to come a day that's going to be our last day. There's going to come a day where we are going to die. Whoever is saved and escapes the hellfire and enters into the Jannah, these are those who will be successful. Are we living our lives in a manner in which will result in success? Or are we living our lives in a manner in which will result to our entry into the fire? And just so we are not deceived about the reality of the situation that we are in, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. And the life of this world, it is only the enjoyment of deception. The life of this world is only the enjoyment of something that is deceiving. It's a deceiving thing. How many individuals in this world, people look at them as if they have made it. People look at them as if they are winning, when in reality these will be the losers on the day of judgment. Deceiving. How many individuals in this world live a life and it seems as if these are the downtrodden, these are the losers, these are the ones who are the lowest of the lows. But in reality, they are the highest of the highs. Why? Because on the day of judgment, these will be the ones who enter into the Jannah and escape the fire. This world is a deceiving thing. The metric in this world, by way in which the people of this world, they measure by, it is not accurate. It is a ruler that is crooked, that is broken. It is a measuring stick that doesn't operate correctly. But the reality of it is as Allah Ta'ala, He informs us here in this verse. Imam Ibn Kathir, he mentions in his tafsir, يخبر تعالى, that the Most High, He informs us, إخبارا عما يعم جميع الخليقة. He informs us of the reality that will encompass and it is relevant to all of the creation. بأن كل نفس ذائقة الموت, that everybody will die, every soul will taste death. كقوله تعالى, it is like Allah Ta'ala's statement, كل من عليها فان, everything that is upon the earth, it will perish. Everything that is upon the earth, it will end, it will cease. وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ, and there shall only remain the face of your Lord full of majesty and honor. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall remain. Huwa ta'ala wahdah, Allah ta'ala alone. Huwa al-hayy alladhi la yamut. Huwa al-hayy alladhi la yamut. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone is the one who is alive, who will never die. وَالْإِنسَانُ وَالْجِنُّ يَمُوتُونَ, but the human beings and the jinn, they will die. Each and every human being, each and every jinn, they will die. وَكَذَلِكَ الْمَلَائِكَةِ, Imam Ibn Kathir says, and also the angels will die. وَالْحَمْلَةُ الْعَرْشِ, and those mighty strong angels that hold the throne, they too shall perish. وَيَنْفَرِدُ الْوَاحِدُ الْأَحَدُ الْقَهَّارُ, and Allah Ta'ala is the only one, the one who is one, the one who is alone, the one who is the victor, the one who is victorious over everything. He is the only one that shall remain, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَيَكُونُ آخِرًا كَمَا كَانَ أَوَّلًا, Allah Ta'ala, He will be the last, just like He was the first. هذه الآية, and I want you to listen good. Imam Ibn Kathir, he mentions, he says, وَهَذِهِ الْآيَةِ فِيهَا تَعْزِيَةٌ لِجَمِيعِ النَّاسِ. He said, this ayah has in it funeral condolences for every human being. You know how someone dies, and we send them our condolences over their loss? This ayah is a condolence for every single human being. Because there's going to come a point where this death reaches us and all of us will be dead. Condolences for all of the human beings, all of the jinn, because they're all going to die. We are all going to die. This is the reality, that we are going to die. وَإِنَّمَا تُوَفَّوْنَ أُجُورَكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, and verily on the day of judgment you shall be paid your wages in full. What kind of payday do you want? What kind of payday are you looking for? What kind of payday are you in actuality working for? Because in one breath, we are quick to say that we are working for a good payday. In one breath, we are good to say that we are working for a good payday in the dunya. When you want a good payday, if there's any extra project that you can pick up, if there's any extra hours you can pick up, if there are any extra shifts you can pick up, in the dunya, you pick them up. Why? Because you want that overtime. Why? You want that time and a half, or you want that double time. You want overtime. So you put forth more effort. Why? Because you want that check to be bigger than the other checks. You want that check to be a good check. You want that payday to be a good payday. So in dunya, we put forth the effort. We come in early, we stay late, we pull a double. When it comes to the akhirah, what is your effort? What is the energy that you put into having a good payday on the day of judgment? And I'm not talking about well-wishing. I'm talking about what is that effort that you are putting forward, because if you're not doing the basics, if you're not doing the bare minimum, if you're not fulfilling the obligations, let me put it in another way. If you're not praying 5 times a day, then don't in the world tell me that you're putting forth some effort. Because the people that put forth effort 5 times a day is a given. That's every day. That's obligatory. But on top of that, they are praying voluntary prayers. If you're a person who you have the ability to fast and you're only fasting Ramadan, don't tell me that you're putting forth effort as relates to fasting. Because those who put forth effort, then they're going to fast throughout the year more than just in Ramadan. They're going to fast every month a few days. They're going to fast every week a few days or a couple days every week. Those are those who are putting forth the extra effort because they want a good payday. So before you become quick to say you want a good payday, question yourself. What are you doing? What efforts are you putting forward? If you haven't prayed witr since last Ramadan, don't in the world tell me you want a good payday. You are lying to yourself. You are cheating yourself. You are fooling yourself. You are deceiving yourself. Don't let death be your wake-up call. هذا أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لي ولكم ولجميع المسلمين فاستغفروا فإنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. يا عباد الله, it is a must that we each address ourselves seriously. It is a must that we take this seriously. It is a must that we have a serious conversation with ourselves. That we sit ourselves down and we tell ourselves off. That we put ourselves through the ringer and hold ourselves to a high standard. That we don't accept ourselves to lie to ourselves and then believe the nonsense that we feed ourselves. Because we say we want good, but a lot of us are living our lives as if we're never going to die. We say we realize death is coming, but a lot of us, we live our lives as if we know when death is going to come. We procrastinate when it comes to good, putting it off as if we have time like that. As if we have time like that, like we know that we can waste 40 years of our lives because we have another 40 years to get it right. We live our lives as if we're not going to die. We live our lives as if we have some type of guarantee that we will guaranteedly be from the people of Jannatul Firdaus. We live our lives as if we know that Allah Ta'ala is going to forgive us, but we don't know. We don't know if Allah is going to forgive us. We don't know if Allah is going to accept from us our good deeds. We don't know if Allah Ta'ala is going to hold us to account for the evil that we do. We don't know. But we live our lives as if we know. Wa'iyadu billah. But then we say we want good for ourselves. We lie to ourselves. So what? We can sleep better at night? That doesn't change the reality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا فِي الْآخِرَةِ إِلَّا مَتَاعٌ. And what is the life of this world as compared to the hereafter except temporary enjoyment? That's all it is. If you get anything good in this life and you enjoy it, it's temporary. The good food you eat is temporary. That nice juicy steak that you eat, it may taste good. But how long does that flavor remain in your mouth? You masticate it and then you swallow it. As soon as it hits your esophagus, it's done. You don't taste it anymore. It's temporary. Everything here is temporary. The beautiful homes that we live in, temporary. Because there's going to come a day that you're going to leave that house and you're never going to come back to it. There's going to come a day you're going to leave that bed, that nice plush mattress that you sleep upon. And that'll be the last time you sleep upon it, because the next time you get laid down, it'll be on the slab so they can wash your body from there being shrouded, prayed over, and then there in the dirt. That's it. No more mattress for you. Now it's the dirt. So depending upon how you lived your life will be dependent upon your station in the grave. Whether that station in the grave will be like a pit from the pit of hell, or it'll be you will experience the na'im, the bliss of the grave. That's all dependent on what you do right now. But we live as if we have time. We live as if we have time. And some of us, we may have time. And some of us, time is up. And we don't even know it yet. But the reality of it is that whether it is today or tomorrow, or whether it is 50 years from now, rest assured, each and every one of us, we are dead men walking. It's only a matter of time before that death catches us. No matter how far we run from it, it's only a matter of time before death it reaches us. So it is incumbent that we prepare. Allah Ta'ala, He tells us about this world. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. This world is nothing but a fleeting and deceptive pleasure. That's it. Imam al-Kathiri says, تَصْغِيرًا لِشَأْنِ الدُّنْيا. To show the lowliness of the life of this world, the situation of this world. An enjoyment is deceitful. An enjoyment, it is not real. An enjoyment, it does not last. To show us that this world is nothing to put all of our stock into. Allah Ta'ala, He says, بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا. He said, but rather you prefer the life of this world, which makes absolutely no sense. You prefer the life of this world. وَالْآخِرَةِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. But the hereafter, it is better and it lasts longer. The hereafter is better, the Jannah is better, and it lasts forever. Whatever you have here, okay, however good it may be, it's over in an instant. You get a beautiful new car, you're happy for a couple of days, right? Then after a while, it's just your car. You have to change the oil, you have to put gas in it, you have to wash it, you have to, right? The thrill is not going to last but for so long. You marry a beautiful woman, mashallah, she's so gorgeous, and then after a month or so, oh, just my wife. Just my wife. Some time goes by, you look at her, okay, you don't even reflect to yourself, oh, she's so gorgeous. Just my wife. Same thing with the women. That's my husband. However many muscles and this and that, and oh, mashallah, look at his beautiful beard, and after a while, just my husband. It doesn't last. So why chase that? Why put all of our stock into that? Why put the bulk of our day into that? Why put the bulk of our energy into that? Why chase something that is running away from you? We're chasing after the dunya, and the dunya is running away from us. We're running away from death, and death is running toward us. So it doesn't make more sense than to prepare for the eventuality, to prepare for the day that will be the last of our days. Because when a person dies, that's it. His day of judgment has started. When a person dies, his day of judgment has started. So the hereafter, it is close to us as our day of death is coming. But are we ready for it? And are we living our lives in preparation for it? Surely, do not allow death to be your wake-up call. أسأل الله تعالى أن يوفقني وإياكم لما يحبه ويرضاه وأن يجعلنا من الذين يستمعون قولا فيتبعون أحسنه وأن يجعلنا مباركا حيثما كنا وأن يجعلنا ممن إذا أعطي شكر وإذا ابتلي صبر وإذا أذنب استغفر فإن هؤلاء ثلاث عنوان السعادة. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. هذا فأقيموا الصلاة.